friends, it's UrsulasRevenge, and happy Wednesday update day. Today's update brings us a brand new Trailblazer track, the Trail of Marchenghast. When I saw the promo for this Trailblazer track, they showed pictures of the new Marchenghast castle in, like, the distance. So I was a little, not really worried, not really excited, but, like, curious, I guess, if that meant that the facade was going to be updated this week. It hasn't been. It's still the old one, so you still have a little bit of time with it, and a little bit more time to ponder why only one tower actually has lights. It's like only one person is home, and I'm wondering why. Anyways, we still have a little bit more time with the old facade, so if you want to get your pictures in, probably do that sooner rather than later, since it's going to be updated at sometime. There's no telling if it's going to be updated just when the official area unleashes or if they will release the facade early. So seeing the promo basically just reminded me that we don't actually know if they're going to be updating the facade early or not. So make sure to get your pictures in while you can. But if you do want a sneak peek, go check out the promo videos that they put on Instagram for this Trailblazer. They put it in their stories today, just to kind of like, you know, get you a little excited for it. From the quick clips that I've seen, I think it looks really cool. I'm very excited to get there. But anyways, on to today's update, the Trailblazer track. So if you've been here for at least maybe a year and a half at this point, the Trailblazer tracks are not a new concept. We talk about them every time they come out, and generally what I have to say about them is pretty similar. But we are still going to go through it like it's your first time experiencing the Trailblazer track, just in case maybe I teach you something that you didn't already know. The Trailblazer track is basically Star Stable's version of a battle pass. So what that means is you get rewards for logging in, playing the game, just doing what the game has to offer you. You get points, those points unlock items, so you play the game, earn points, unlock items, and get to claim them for free. There is a big caveat to this though, and you do have to be a Star Rider to actually claim the gifts. That said, people who do not have a Star Rider membership, you will be able to earn the items, but you won't be able to claim them until you get a Star Rider membership, either through monthly, lifetime, or like a free Star Rider coupon or code or something like that. Now, they don't always give a code during Trailblazer track. In fact, I don't think I've seen a code for this in a while. However, if you are starting a new account, you don't want to get Star Rider right away, the 5 free day trial that you get on the new account when you do like the Invite a Friend program counts as Star Rider, so you'll be able to claim the rewards you get if you do that. Now, as far as how to actually find the Trailblazer track, on your UI, you're going to see a little compass icon. On PC, it is on the bottom right, and I want to say on mobile, it's at the top right. I always forget to check this. I want to say it's going to be kind of with like your triple dot icons. It'll probably be in there. But on PC, you can also press the number 2. And you know what? There's always music in these menus, so I should turn that on. There we go. Delightful. Okay, so this is your Trailblazer track window. From here, you can see all of the rewards you'll be able to claim, and you get the first one for free, which is Jolly Hoof Treats. There are 35 total rewards along this Trailblazer track, and they include items like horseshoes, 7-day stable care coupons, jars of wisdom, shiny gemstones, 20 of each of Farah's flowers, and of course the most coveted outfit and tack set. This time we are getting the Blight Scholar set. In addition to the Blight Scholar tack and outfit set, we are also getting a saddlebag pet item that is the Blight Research Materials, and that is your capstone item. That is what you get when you reach level 35. But first, I forgot to say, when you actually unlock items, to claim them, you can either click the Claim All Rewards button at the bottom, or you can click individual rewards, the icons of them, and they will be added to your inventory. Make sure you actually claim your items by clicking on them or hitting the Claim All Rewards button before the Trailblazer track ends on February 25th. As far as how to unlock these items, you're going to want to earn some points, and you can do that a couple of different ways. First, and most importantly, because I always forget this, you can claim 450 daily points just by pressing this button up at the top right every single day. Try not to forget to do that because that is a lot of points to earn. And for your rest of your points, you're going to be doing things inside of the game. These activities include things like your daily races, blue or yellow exclamation point quests, so specifically not purple repeatable races, daily stable chores outside of your home stable and inside of your home stable, those all also count as blue exclamation point quests, fully taking care of horse counts as an activity, opening satchels in Hollow Woods, doing the 5 match the symbol runestone puzzles in Hollow Woods, finding the 6 I always miscount this. I think there's 6 of them. 6 magic horses that are roaming around Hollowwoods if you have unlocked that far in the Path of Magic system. Doing the Runestone Slider puzzle. Doing Farah's Deliveries. Doing Soul Riding with Rhiannon. All those sorts of things count as an activity. What's often a little confusing for people is that each activity counts as the same value, so to speak. What's different is how many activities you do per day. To explain this, we're going to go inside this little question mark at the top left that has all of the information you ever need to know if you forget and you don't want to come back to this video. In this little FAQ section, there's just a ton of information, like the activities, which we just went over, and see, I even forgot to mention championships as an activity. Another funny thing that I noticed is that they haven't changed this menu since the first winter-themed Trailblazer Track. The first one that came out with the Winter Festival, so not this past year, but the year before that, they added this line here saying like, oh, the ice sculptures during the Winter Festival also counts as an activity. Well, the ice sculptures at the Winter Festival don't exist anymore, so that should probably be updated. Anyways, what I came in here for is earning points per activity. So each activity does reward you points, and they do count as the same amount of points, but however many points you earn is based off of how many activities you do. So for your first 1 to 4 activities, you're going to earn 100 points per activity. Your next 5 to 8 activities will give you 80 points per activity. Your next 9 to 12 will give you 60 points per activity. And finally, anything past 12, so 13 and beyond, will give you 10 points per activity. Because of this breakdown, if you are someone who does not have a whole lot of time on their hands, or someone who just needs to kind of know how long it's going to take them to finish a task so that it feels more reasonable or doable for them, like if it feels too big to earn 34,000 points to complete the Trailblazer Track, sometimes it's a little easier to visualize how many things you actually need to do per day to meet that goal. So my recommendation is what I call the bare minimum. And what that means is, what is the bare minimum amount of things you need to do per day to complete the Trailblazer Track on time? So in total, your first 4 activities are going to get you 400 points. Your next 4 activities are going to get you 320 points. Your next 4 activities are going to get you 240 points. And that's kind of where we can stop for this, because anything after that, you're only going to get 10 points. So your 12 activities plus the daily bonus that you get on the front page, that 450 points, add those together and you're going to get 1,410 points as your daily minimum. And we'll go back to the front page. Since this first one is actually already unlocked, you only need 34,000 points to get to the end of the path. So if you log in every day, claim that daily bonus, and do your 12 tasks, you will be able to complete the Trailblazer Track in about 25 days. This track itself lasts for a total of 28 days, which means you'll have about 3 days buffer if you do forget to log on some day. However, if you have missed a couple of days and now you need to figure out how many points you need to actually complete the track on time, there is a bit of a formula for you to calculate how many points you'll actually need per day in that case. What you're going to do is you're going to count up how many points you have remaining. So count up the tiers that you're missing, times them by 1,000, then subtract whatever you currently have in your milestone bar, and divide that by how many days are left for you to complete the track. Keep in mind though that since it ends on the 25th, you will only be counting up to the 24th since it will be gone on the 25th. So again, dividing your points remaining by your days remaining will tell you how many points you will need per day to complete the Trailblazer Track on time. So you might be saying, well, if I'm behind on points and I complete my daily minimums and then I'm only left with 10-point activities left, that's going to take a lot of time to actually build up to the excess that I'm missing. And you're right, but there are 2 things that can actually help you in that case. The first one is that doing activities is not the only way for you to earn points. You can also collect gatherables. Your gatherables are things like your fireflies, Ferris flowers, your garden in Valedale, and picking up recyclables around the map. These items will only get you 1 trail point for each one that you collect. However, you might find that it's quicker to earn 10 to 30 fireflies than it is to run to a home stable and do all the stable chores there, or run to a different task and do an activity there. Now, the other way is that sometimes there are bonus trail point days. And the other thing that can help you are bonus trail point days. Now, what are bonus trail point days? Basically, during bonus trail point days, you earn bonus trail points every time you complete an activity or collect a gatherable. So that 100 points you were getting for your first 4 activities now becomes 130 points for every activity. So going back to the activity chart, During bonus point days, your first 4 activities will get you 130 points each. Activities 5 to 8 will get you 110 points per activity. 9 to 12 will get you 90 points per activity. And anything beyond that will get you 40 points per activity. That is much more worth it to continue past your daily 12, especially if you have missed a couple of days and need to catch up. Additionally, those gatherables you were collecting, your light, your flowers, your gardening, and your recyclables, the ones you were getting 1 point for, well, during trail point days, you get an extra 2 points per activity for a total of 3 points per gatherable. And that is a fantastic way to also catch up because you can collect light so freaking quickly. Collecting light during bonus trail point days will add up so fast. I have completed multiple Trailblazer tracks on accident because of collecting fireflies. I feel like the last 3 or 4 Trailblazer tracks I wound up finishing while I was collecting fireflies, so definitely don't sleep on your gatherables. It really, really, really does help you complete this quicker. And now some of my tips and tricks for completing the Trailblazer track, and I actually have a new one this time around. First, my usual recommendation for this is to use your home stable to your advantage. Especially since it is free now to change your home stable. You can change to an area that you would prefer to do the dailies in or that has more dailies, and then you can always change back after for free. Currently, my home stable is the Silverlight Equestrian Center, so for me, what I would probably do is sometimes I might do my inside stable chores, that's my first 3 activities, my outside stable chores, that's another 3 activities, the 4 races in the riding arena, and then I can either do Yelena's 2 races, I could do Dressage and Lana's race, I could run over to the racetrack and do at least 2 of those, there's 4 there now. I could take care of my horse. If it's Friday, I can do the chores around Silverlight Equestrian Center. There's actually more than I thought there. Side note, I'm documenting all of the daily quests for every single day. That's in my SSO tracker, which is linked in the description of most of my recent videos. This also includes like tracking the bazaars, which horses are in there, how much they've been, all, I think, of the races and their rewards, including where you can get reputation, and which ones are high score raceable. It's basically like my big document of things that could help you in Star Stable if like you just need to look something up. It's a work in progress, but if there's something that you think that you would like listed out or tracked in some sort of way, just leave a comment and I'll look into it. I even have like release dates of all of the Gen 3 horses in there just because I needed it one day. Anyways, back to the main topic. Silverglade Stables on Fridays has more than just, what's her name? It's not Jenna, it's not Julie. I always forget her name. Why do I think it starts with a J? I don't know why I always forget her name. Judy, that's your name. Tyra has some quests. Carney has some quests. The Baroness has a quest. I want to say there's like 8 or 9 quests on Fridays. At Silverglade Equestrian Center, I have a lot of options. I also consider moving over to Valedale sometimes because all of my dailies are in Valedale. Pretty much a lot of the times, log in, go to Valedale, do what I gotta do. By then, it's probably been about 2 hours, or I get sidetracked and I go do something else. So Valedale is another good home stable to have for this, because like I had said earlier, just from dailies alone, I do my 5 big runestones where you have to match the symbols. I do those almost every day. Each wisp that you chase down also counts as an activity. That's another pretty quick one. I'll try and find my daily satchel. I will also do my Ferris deliveries. Of course, while I'm there, I'm also gardening, so that's 1 point each. I'm also passively collecting light. That's another 1 point each. And this kind of ties into my second and new point or recommendation for this. If you have not finished your soul riding with Rhiannon, you can do that. That also counts as points. So to wrap up that point, doing things near your home stable or changing your home stable to an area that has dailies that you want to do is my top tip to completing the Trailblazer track quickly and, well, I guess also on time. My next tip is, especially if you are somebody who has lots to still do in Star Stable, but maybe you just lack the motivation, you're just not that interested, use the Trailblazer track to work on the things that you have to finish in Star Stable. If you haven't unlocked areas yet and you just don't feel like logging in to do it, or you don't want to do reputation quests, use the Trailblazer track as incentive to complete your reputation quests. Use them to work on unlocking archaeology in Epona, because that is a great way to make money. And also, extra interesting fossils count as activity points. Use it to finish soul riding with Rhiannon. Use it to finish all of your yellow quests. Use it to train your horses, since I know a lot of you be buying all of the horses at bazaars. and then you've got hundreds and hundreds of horses to train still, so train your horses. I'm trying to think of other things that people put off doing, but I'm pretty sure those are the big three: Reputation, Yellow Quests, and Soul Riding with Rhiannon. The Trailblazer Track is pretty much designed to get players to want to play the game. You play the game, you get free rewards, everybody's happy. So it is a great time, if you've fallen out of love a little bit with the game, to kind of come back and do some activities and remember why you love the game in the first place. Sometimes when I'm feeling a little burned out, I will skip doing my dailies and just do random quests that I haven't done in a while, and honestly, it's vibes. It makes me really happy, and I remember things that I used to love, and it gives me like that nostalgia feeling of when I completed it for the first time. I recently did fishing again, even though like the mechanic's a little bugged right now. It still brought me so much joy and brought me back to when I completed it the first time. I'm also a little weird and I actually like the fishing, but you know what? Actually, that's another thing you can use to focus on. Do all of your fishing quests as part of your daily routine during the Trailblazer Track. This way you kind of like get a little bit quicker through the reputation storyline for that one, just in case you need the motivation. And finally, the Trailblazer Track is not supposed to be stressful. You have plenty of time to actually complete the track on time. Just focus on what you like to do in the game and you'll get it done in no time. Again, it's only 12 activities per day. It also doesn't have to take that much time, especially if you be a little strategic about where your home stable is and what activities you do daily. You can reasonably do your bare minimum tasks in less than 5 minutes. So ultimately, just focus on what you like to do when you're playing the game and you will finish it in no time. Well, that's pretty much the bulk of today's update, but there is one other thing that I noticed, and I actually noticed this last week, so it was not in the news, but I have to show owned. I think this was Trail of, not the Pathfinder. What are you? Oh, maybe it was Trail of the Pathfinder. The items from last July's Trailblazer Track has officially made it into the game. This is the Pathfinder set, and the clothing item has also been at... Where are the boots? Were there not boots with this set? What else came with this set? I genuinely don't remember. But anyways, if you missed anything from the anything from the Path of the Trailfinder, if you missed any of the items from the Path, oh my god. Well, anyways, if you missed anything from the Trail of the Pathfinder, it is now available in Global Shop, and I also think probably in that shop in Moreland as well. It's usually where the Trailblazer Track items also end up. Well, anyways, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video like this. I do try to cover every Wednesday update and more. Next week, Ronnie and Sigrid could do with some mother daughter time. So, looks like we'll probably be getting a little quest with them. Hopefully, gives us a little Dundle reputation. And with that, I will see you all in next week's update. Bye!